Many people, myself included, have patriotic attachments to this country. I have that flag tattooed on my back from when I was 18 years old. I've been a very patriotic Canadian. And even for me personally, when I came to the conclusion that Alberta independence was necessary and inevitable, not just for Alberta, but for Canada as a whole, it was a sad day for me. It was an emotional one. I had to accept that the Canada that I knew when I was a young boy is not the Canada of today. I had to come to the realization and internalize that if I wanted what Canada was to be here again, that we had to do something drastic. And Alberta, in particular, needs to stand up and lead. We need to be leaders, not just in confederation, but leaders in pursuing the values that we knew in our youth, that we knew this country held when we were younger. And if Alberta does that, I've said this before, I'll say it again, I really believe that by Alberta standing up and being leaders in this way, this will also force the rest of Canada to really look at where they're at and where they're going, and maybe consider why this group of people in Alberta has come to the conclusion that they needed to withdraw from the relationship to preserve their values. And I think it's going to do a very good service to everyone else in this nation. And not just this nation. This really is a kind of a global phenomenon right now that we're watching unfold around us. It's not just Canada that has these divides and these contrasting values. This is a global thing. You look at what's going on in the UK. They have some of the same problems we are, although they're much further down the totalitarianism path. I think 14,000 people in the UK have been arrested for being offensive on social media. That's something that is coming to Canada. It's already happening in other parts of the world, and people are pushing back all over the place. The values that created those other nations are still with some of the people, and they're trying to regain that. So, from the perspective of humanity, I think that Alberta standing up and the way people are paying attention to what's going on in Alberta right now is a very critical time, not just for us, but for everyone around us. And this idea really became clear to me as I had to personally push back against what the government stand up and be a leader in that, for better or for worse. And I watched as tens of thousands of people across Alberta and across Canada and even globally watched what I was doing and others like me, and it encouraged them to stand up as well. So I understand very well how one person or one group of people standing up for what's right can encourage so many more around them. And that's where Alberta is right now, and that's why the conversation is so critically important.